The story opens with the four girls, Ruth, Grace, Saskia and Vicky, and they're all sitting in the back of a car, one of their brother's cars, and they're driving out of Burwood, which is a town where they live. It's the end of a very long, very hot summer, and they're going fruit picking. There are four girls you might see walking down the street. They look very similar. You assume that they come from a very similar background. You assume their stories are very similar. You assume that nothing very much has happened to them in life. There's a sort of uniformity about them, a naivety about them. And as you carry on reading the book, you realise that each one is an individual and that each one has a very, very different story and a very different home life. And then you begin to understand why what has happened has happened. The reason I've set the book in suburbia, I want to talk about lies, I want to talk about deception, and I want to talk about that moment where the illusion is basically broken, and when these four girls become pregnant, the illusion is broken. The media descend on the town, and there's a sense of disbelief. There's a sense of this can't happen here, this can't happen to these kind of girls, this can't happen in this kind of place. The Wonder Girls is very much about illusion and upholding illusion and how people want to appear, how they want to come across to other people, rather than how people actually are. The story is about teenage pregnancy. It's not only about teenage pregnancy, but that's the main story within the book. There's a sense of outrage, confusion, and as the story carries on, you see the effect of these pregnancies on the girls themselves, on their families, and also on the town that they live in, especially when the media descends on this town, which it does, because it's a story. There are four girls, four suburban girls, middle class, they all become pregnant, all at the same time. I think that the book is very much a morality tale in a very, not immoral, but in an age that's so preoccupied and obsessed by appearances and how people appear to be rather than how people actually are. I think one of the important things about the Wonder Girls and about the girls in the book is that when the worst thing that happens to you, one of the worst things that could happen to you happens to you, often the things that come out of that moment are rather wonderful and unexpected, and your life can take a completely different turn.